Hi everybody, Dan Illman here with some exciting news. DRF Formulator, the gold standard in past performance information, is now free, exclusively on DRF Bets. Join DRF Bets with the promo code WINNING, get a $250 first deposit match bonus, a $10 free bet, and free Formulator already uploaded to your account. Access Formulator's premium features, including sortable trainer stats, race replays, personalized trip notes, and lots more. Free Formulator, exclusively on DRF Bets. Hi everybody, Dan Illman and Mike Beer, the DRF race of the day for Sunday, April the 3rd, race number 8 at Aqueduct. We're going 3/4 of a mile. These are New York bred fillies and mares. Let's take a look at this field for the entry-level allowance event. You can download free Formulator past performances for this race on the race of the day event page at DRF.com. Access them, handicap along with us when it's time to make your plays. Please do so with a DRF Bets account and free Formulator past performances. Velvet's Sister has all the credentials, Mike. Multiple stakes placed for Steve Asmussen last year at 2. Lasix on, got to deal with a layoff.
Yeah, layoff. She's the only 3-year-old in the field as well, if that's something that you could be concerned about. So I guess there are things that, at a short price you want to at least consider with her, but there are also plenty of positives.
Let's throw up the Timeform US pace projector. And while Timeform US believes this will be a blue bar scenario favoring horses on or near the early lead, Velvet's Sister won her career debut in gate-to-wire fashion, and something tells me she'll show some speed off the bench.
Yeah, I felt the same way about it, Dan. You might see certainly the 3. The 6 could go forward. I don't really know what they're going to do with that horse. I think the 5, Pretty Clever, has enough speed to go forward if they wanted to, but I won't be surprised if Velvet Sister's just on the early lead here.
Velvet Sister's most recent start came way back on October the 30th, and she caught a really good New York bred. Venti Valentine came back to run second in the Grade 2 Demoiselle, won the Busher. She's kind of a sleeper for the Kentucky Oaks right now, based in New York. Velvet Sister just didn't have much of a chance against that filly over that wet track going a mile, but I don't mind her turning back to 6 against this field.
Yeah, I don't think the mile is what this filly wants. It certainly didn't want it last year. I don't think she's going to want it going forward either. She's sort of bred to be a sprinter. And listen, they're finally bringing her back and giving her a shot in her available condition, which they never did off of that debut win early last year. She beat 2 horses, and they only win of her career. It was a 3-horse field, Dan. But the horse that she beat in there that ran second to her came back and ran second in the Grade 1 for Zet and won the Tempted at the end of the year. She beat a good horse.
Yeah, that Gerrymander is a nice horse, and it's worth noting Velvet Sister beat Open Maidens that day. She's a New York bred back in with state bred competition. Big Tony's Girl, both of her wins, came against Sellers. She tried allowance horses last time, and she just happened to catch a very hot horse. That horse came back to win one of the starter stakes races at Aqueduct the other day. Horse won by a country mile with a big fig.
Yeah, and this filly has caught 3 wet tracks from her last 4 starts. If you feel like that's something that hampered her, the only time she caught fast dirt since she came back to Aqueduct here, she did win that race, but it was a 2-life claimer.
Blame It on Mary's only lifetime win came over a wet track. She'll make her second start of the year with the speed to get close to the expected moderate pace. She exits a key race, but she turned very badly in that spot, and she's been stuck in this level for a while now.
Yeah, she has. And that race that she comes out of there, the odds-on favorite lost her rider at the start and sort of opened that race up to anyone. And Blame It on Mary couldn't really do anything with it. She's won once so far in her career, Dan, when she got loose on a sloppy track in a race that was scheduled for turf. Her overall dirt form, it leaves a lot to be desired.
Another horse that you can upgrade on a wet track is the 4 Gens Battle. She is 2 for 4 on wet surfaces. She did not get a wet track in her most recent start. A race that was kind of dominated by the winner, who's an okay horse, came back to run second for an open 25 with a 64 Beyer speed figure. She's just going to have to do a little bit better. And I'm not sure this pace is going to set up for her very well.
Yeah, I don't think it is either. She seems like she's a little cheaper than some of these horses as well, Dan. And I also wonder if they're just not giving her a race here to then come back on turf when the turf courses open up next week, because it feels like she might be a little bit better on that surface.
Pretty Clever as upside. Maybe 3-1's a little bit light, but I think we've yet to see her best. This is going to be her second start of the year, second start for New Connections. Maybe just fell a little bit too far back in the early portion of the race last time. She showed speed early in her career. It'd be nice if she could show that tactical ability once again.
Yeah, I thought that she was, maybe the main threat to the favorite in this race. We'll see if she can do a little better second up. She didn't run great last time, always down on the inside chasing. and just sort of went evenly in there. But she ran some good races as a younger horse.
Trainer Lou Linder seems to pick his spots when he comes to New York. He has a good percentage with Park Shippers. He's going to bring in the 6, Peak of Chic, off a rallying victory over a muddy track. Let's watch that race at Parks. And this horse has shown speed in most of his races. So when she fell behind in the early portion of this race, you had to be concerned. She swings 6 wide into the stretch. It helped that this pace fell apart and Peak of Chic was running at the end.
It certainly did. But listen, it was nice to see her do it a different way. As you mentioned, she was a speed horse all along. Here she comes from last and she gets the job done. So I think that's a good sign for her. She's won 2 of her last 3 starts. So she's probably in the best form of her career. 4 wins so far, Dan. All of them in cheaper races, all of them at either 5 or 5.5 furlongs. Going to go 6 here.
It's a big question mark. I think we'll see a little bit more speed from her breaking from the outside post under Dylan Davis. Let's see our top selections for Sunday's race of the day. The horse down on the rail, Velvet Sister, is obviously the horse to beat. We are catching her off a little bit of a layoff, however. Peak of Chic has the recency. She's a 4-time winner, and I think she's going to try to get forward.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that. I'm just going to take the favorite in here, Dan. I just feel like Velvet Sister might need one off the laugh. Boy, what a good spot they found for her to come back in this non-winner one. It's just not a very strong field.
1536 for Mike, 6153 for me. It's the Sunday DRF race of the day. It's the feature at Aqueduct. Good luck.